What's up, guys? All right, so I know I haven't made a video in quite some time, so decided I'm gonna make one today. So this morning, AHT was the only one I think that kind of was closer to go time. You guys know I trade my go time strategy. This green line right here is go time. So of course I'm gonna jump in when it's getting closer to go time, and then my goal is $1,000 per day. So basically, I arrange it to where enough of my shares, if it pops up 30 to 45 cents, I can accumulate that $1,000. So it's not really rocket science. It's pretty easy. Um, so I jumped in. Now I actually missed my entry at go time. I was just looking at different stocks that were moving up on the scanner here, and then it popped up on me. But as soon as it took a dip, I jumped in, and I was just so confident in it because when the market is hot, it's okay to be confident because everything lately has just been going higher and higher and higher and higher. So because of that, we haven't been in a slow market. Of course, I'm gonna hang on to stocks a little bit longer. Now it did take a little dip on me right here, but it only went down a couple cents. Now I got in here at you can see I got in here at 737. I mean, it did drop as low as 731, which is not a big drop. It dropped a little bit. So I was still confident that it's still going to move up. So I just held on to it. I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to hang on to it because everything's just been skyrocketing lately. So I said to myself, you know what? Let me just sit there and take my $1,000. So as soon as it went up to 1,000, I sold. And it was that simple. I'm going to play the video for you guys so you guys can see kind of how it happened. Here, let me pull this up. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys. I mean, this recording shows a small lag for some reason, but you'll see how it was like how it happened. All right, so this is go time. I'm watching and I'm waiting for it to approach go time so I could jump in. I missed the initial entry because I was checking out the scanner, but then as soon as I saw it took a dip, you could see it has a lag, but as soon as it took a dip, I jumped in to get a better feel. And then it started kind of going down on me, but I was like, it's not. It only went down for a second. You could see it went down for like a quick second. Um, and then I just said to myself, you know what? I expect it to keep going up since we're in a hot market. Now, if we're in a slow market, of course, I would have been sold. I would have sold as soon as it went down here. Or basically at my entry point, I would have been selling right now. But I know we're in a hot market, so I don't have to panic. So I just said, let me write it out. Now, if it drops 10, 15 cents, of course I'm gonna sell. But if it's only dropping like 6, 7 cents, I'm gonna hang on to it. So of course it's popping up. Now I should have probably sold up there, but I was like, you know what? I think it's gonna go higher because why? When I looked at my daily chart, let me pull this back up. When I look at the daily chart, I know the resistance was at 851. So I knew it had possibilities to go up to 851. So I just hung on to it and I'm waiting for it to pop up. Of course, now at this point, I'm like, damn, I should have sold up here. And now it's trading down here. And at that point, I decided, you know what? If it starts to crash on me, I'm gonna put a stop. You can see I put my stop at a break even stop, meaning if it goes below or close to my entry, I automatically get out. So I put a stop right there because yeah, this market has been crazy. Um, so I never really put stops up, but today I did. Sometimes it comes in handy, but I don't like to use it. So I'm watching it coast. I'm watching it coast. I'm watching it coast. And I'm just watching my numbers. And as soon as it hits that $1,000 mark, I want to sell. So at this point, I'm just waiting for it to hit the $1,000 mark so I can get out. As you can see, boom, it hit the 1,000. I sold. And that was it. And I take a screenshot. Normally, I take screenshots of my um, I take a screenshot so I could post on Facebook and stuff like that. But that was it. That was that was basically how it went. The market is pretty hot, so when you're in a hot market, it's pretty easy. Um, but yeah, past few weeks it's been kind of difficult. But I mean, there are times like I jump in right there and it just slams down on me really quick, so I quickly sell. But this one, the market when the market's hot, I'm pretty confident. Like everything's been skyrocketing. You can hear the scanner now. The scanner is going off like it's crazy. ZIZO is making a move, but this scanner here helps me out a lot. Also, I look at the regular scanner. Actually, this is where I found this. AHT is right there. I actually found it right there. But that was it, man. It wasn't anything spectacular. It was um, just following my rules and following my guidelines. It becomes boring at a point, but I rather something boring that's pretty consistent, right? It's the same thing over and over. I'm just waiting for it to hit go time. I'm jumping in and I'm jumping out when it hit my goal. Um, you know, you're gonna have to like evaluate what kind of market you're in. Now, if it's in a hot market, you know, you want to just not panic and sell as fast because I could have sold down here and then I would have missed this whole big move. But we're in a hot market, so I don't have to panic as much. If it drops down a little bit on me, it's okay. Now, if it drops 10, 15 cents, I know what my threshold is. You got to know what your threshold is. You got to know if you're down 10, 15 cents, if that's going to hurt you based on the amount of shares you're buying, then you might want to get out. But if it's not bothering you, as far as 8 cent drop, so just hang on to it until it hits your threshold, then you sell. But don't hang on to losers forever and hoping that they're gonna pop back up, because typically it doesn't. Like I have a lot of people hitting me up and they're asking me, they're taking losses and they're asking me how can they stop taking losses. You got to know what your limits are. Like some people, they just like buy stuff and then expect it to go sky high, and then if it just drops hard on them, they're still expecting it to go back up, and that's not how the market works. So you got to know where your pain tolerance is. If 10, 15 cents, 20 cents, some people, they have a huge pain tolerance, and some people don't have a lot of money and they have a very small pain tolerance. So you have to decide what your pain tolerance is. Me, I know it's 10, 15 cents. So if a stock drops 10, 15 cents, of course I'm going to get out. But for me, if it drops 8 cents, 9 cents, I'll probably try to hang on to it. I typically don't, but I try to most of the time. I get out, break even. But if it's a hot market, I have more confidence. Like right now, we're just seeing everything pop all the way up. As soon as the bell rings, everything pops up. As soon as the bell rings, it's been over and over pretty much this whole week. Look, the scanner's going off. So when the scanner's going off constantly, we're in a hot market. So, um, you have more confidence. But that was about it. All I needed was that one trade to hit my goal, and that was it. I'm not gonna make this video long because, longer videos don't get watched. So I'm gonna keep this one short. And if you guys have any questions, go ahead and comment below. If you guys do not have the best scanner in the world, go ahead and click the link below and get it, because majority of the times this is where I'm finding the hot stocks. This is where it's telling me this GEO is on fire right now. It just got halted. It's telling me SLNG just resumed. It's telling me everything. So again, if you don't have trade ideas, if you don't have the right tools to do the job, you're not going to get the job done properly. I mean, you can fix a car with a screwdriver, but chances are you probably need better tools than than a screwdriver. So you know what I'm saying. So but if you guys don't have trade ideas, go ahead and click the link below. But if not, it's up to you. All right, guys, I'm gonna keep this one short, so I'll chat with you guys another day.